What if, in the next few decades, we are headed for a demographic flip? For the first time in modern history, the global male population is projected to peak and then begin a steady decline relative to women. Our current economy was built by men, for men, using male labor. This isn't a political statement. It's a historical and economic fact. From the way our cities are built to the way our stock markets trade, the operating system of capitalism has been tuned to male-dominated behaviors and labor pools for centuries. If the population tilts, say to 60 or 65% female, the structural pillars of our world don't just lean, they collapse. Today, we're looking at the 5 massive industries that will be forced to shut down or radically transform when women officially outnumber men. We aren't just talking about social change. We're talking about the bankruptcy of trillion-dollar sectors and the rise of a completely new economic order. Let's start with the bones of our world: construction. Currently, the construction industry is 91% male. In specialized trades like roofing, steelworking, and heavy machinery, that number often hits 98%. If the male population drops significantly, the construction industry doesn't just go away, but the model of cheap, fast growth dies. Here is the economic reality. In a female-majority world, the supply of manual labor for high-risk, high-impact physical work falls off a cliff. What happens next? Hyperinflation of the physical world. The price of labor will skyrocket. If you want to build a house, you won't be paying for materials. You'll be paying a premium for a disappearing workforce. We will see a permanent spike in home prices, making buying a house even more impossible for the average person than it is today. We don't have to guess what this looks like. We just have to look at Japan. Japan is currently our world's canary in the coal mine. They are facing a massive demographic collapse. Today, more than 1/3 of Japan's construction workers are over the age of 55. As the male workforce retires and isn't replaced, the industry is entering a death spiral. The result? Japan is now home to millions of akiya, abandoned houses that no one can afford to repair or renovate because the labor costs more than the house is worth. This is the future of a female-majority world: infrastructure decay. Bridges, roads, and power grids become too expensive to maintain. To survive, the industry will be forced to shut down the human-first model. We would see a forced trillion-dollar pivot toward full automation. 3D printed buildings and robotic maintenance squads won't be experimental anymore. They will be the only way civilization keeps its roofs from leaking. Next on the chopping block, the vice economy. Statistically, men are the primary drivers of high-risk, high-reward consumption. Men are significantly more likely to engage in high-stakes gambling and account for the vast majority of power users in the spirits and sports betting industries. Casinos and betting apps rely on whales, customers who drop massive amounts of money in short bursts of high testosterone risk. In a world where women outnumber men, the whale disappears. Women, on average, are more risk-aware and value-driven in their spending. The result? The billion-dollar glitz of Las Vegas and the aggressive marketing of gambling apps would face a total revenue collapse. These industries will be forced to shut down their current addiction-based models and pivot to social wellness and lifestyle experiences, just to keep the lights on. If you think your Amazon Prime delivery is fast now, enjoy it while it lasts. This invisible system of just-in-time delivery is hauled on the backs of a workforce that is 94% male. Long-haul trucking is one of the most gender-skewed jobs on the planet. In our 65% female world, the logistics gap becomes a national security crisis. Women, due to safety concerns and a higher statistical burden of caregiving at home, rarely enter the long-haul trucking sector. Even a 10% shift in the population creates a permanent bottleneck at our ports. The industry of instant gratification crashes. We would move from a world where you get a package in 24 hours to a world of seasonal logistics. You'll buy what's in stock, not what you want. The logistics industry as we know it will be forced to shut down its current human-reliant model and spend decades and trillions trying to automate the highway. Now, let's go to the boardroom. Let's talk about the death of the unicorn. For the last 20 years, the tech economy has been fueled by moonshots. These are companies that lose billions of dollars to dominate a market. Think early Uber or WeWork. This aggressive growth model is almost exclusively a male-driven investment style. Data shows that female-led investment funds prioritize sustainability, long-term ROI, and social impact over burning cash for hype. In a female-majority economy, the hustle and burn model shuts down. The industry of shady valuations and hype cycles will be replaced by impact investing. We would see fewer apps for dog walking in metaverses and more funding for biotech, longevity, and clean energy. The era of the bro growth startup is over. Finally, the biggest crash of all, the traditional workplace. The 9-to-5 was designed by men who had a support system, usually a wife, at home. It is a model built on total availability. But in a female-majority world, the labor force is also the primary caregiver force. When women outnumber men, they hold all the cards in the labor market. They will simply refuse to work in structures that don't account for life. The always-on corporate industry, the one that values face time over outcomes, will be forced to shut down. Commercial real estate in city centers would crash as the world pivots to radical flexibility. We are talking about the end of the office building as we know it, replaced by local community hubs where work and life are integrated, not separated. So, is a female-majority economy a crash or an upgrade? It would be a world that is physically more expensive to build, slower to move goods, and less likely to take wild financial risks. But it would also be more stable, more focused on human longevity, and fundamentally more sustainable. The industries that shut down are the ones that relied on the infinite growth and infinite labor of the old world. The real question isn't whether this world is better or worse. It's whether we can handle an economy that values quality of life more than the pace of growth. Let me know in the comments, which of these 5 industries would you miss the most? And which one are you glad to see go?